So much struggle. Let me
We
finish what I'm
just
doing over
tried to
here.
go live like 4 different times, and every time we hit go live, it would just record. Like it was just recording a podcast episode. It wouldn't go live. So we're here.
Yeah, that was
Yes, we
exhausting.
are. Oh,
I've yes. Okay, I
yeah.
have confirmation. It is doing the work. It is working.
It is
Cool.
actually live in all the places.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yay. Oh my
oh, and we have
gosh.
people joining. Hello, people.
Hi. Oh, Venus moves into Aries today.
Because
Sorry,
she
that makes
likes
me
him.
no, no. Struggled underneath this my whole life. No. And she is in Aries now. Bummer. And she's culminating. It's her fault.
Technically, Venus likes Mars and Aphrodite likes Aries, so I
I
get
mean,
it.
even in planetary relationships, Venus is the only one who will tolerate the planet Mars, but it's tolerate. Venus being in the sign of Aries sucks, as you can already tell. So,
Yeah, we needed
yeah.
more, obviously. We
Venus is
needed
my
more
time lord for the
things.
year, and she's your chart ruler, and she was culminating in her. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember detriment. There we go.
I can't even remember. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
I'm having personal problems right now. Oh, it's okay.
Many a feeling is occurring.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
I feel like Venus must be important in Zelda's chart too.
Is
Because this
Zelda having a
morning,
bad day?
well, no. So many people already know we've been going through a saga with Zelda since before Christmas, and she's
The
got a new
dog,
best.
not the game. Just
I
gonna
mean,
context that one really quick.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause
My
a
poor baby
saga,
puppy girl.
a saga with Zelda. I was like, wait a sec, we
That
gotta.
fits. That fits.
Anyway, continue. Sorry,
Yeah,
didn't mean to
no.
interrupt you. But
So we got the hunch by some changes in her behavior that she might be in pain. Now she's turning 6, and soon the vet's going to be like, you should really put her on some, senior dog food, and I'm going to cry about it. But that hasn't happened yet. But I think we're going to get there soon. And her little princess paw that's been like shaped all wrong her whole
yes,
life. So we met with behavior vets, and they were like, yeah, this sounds consistent with there's something hurting her, which is causing her behavior to be different. You should go to this trainer. So we went to this trainer who is wonderful. And the trainer was like, this sounds like some situations. And we were like, we already had an x-ray. We already did all these things to see if there was pain, arthritis, whatever. It's not showing up. And she's like, well, you haven't tried this. And it's a heat mapping of the dog. So you can see where inflammation is actually happening. And her princess paw came out real red. Now, ever since we brought her home, I have been saying to vets since she was 6 weeks old, is this something that's going to hurt her as she gets older? Do we need to do something about this? Do you need to like break it and reset it so that it's not going to be a joint issue? She's a corgi. Corgis have joint issues. Throughout multiple veterinarians, we got, no, it doesn't stop her from running around and whatever. She's fine. Just use joint supplements. And we've used them. And then I saw the red on that heat map, and I'm just like, all y'all owe me an apology.
oh, that sucks.
We have a strategy, and at this time we can afford it. So Zelda is going to be getting the princess treatment. But it's just interesting to me that we got those results today as Venus was coming into Aries, which would show
Right.
a lot of inflammation. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. We hopped on and I don't know if anyone else had this experience, so please feel free to comment if you did.
Yeah,
But I look
validate
at
our
my phone
experience.
and it was like updated last night. And I was like, who does this? Like, who does not, like, honestly, if you're not going to hire an astrologer to not have your shit break, like when you to choose when you update it or whatever, like
Yeah,
listen
at least
to
follow.
the astrology nerd girl that runs your front desk. Cause I'm sure there's one. Like,
Yeah.
like, come on.
Someone in the office knows the astrology, knows when Mercury's in the microwave, and could tell you something.
Right? Like, do
Yeah.
not schedule your update. It's like clockwork. Windows does it every time.
Yep.
Every Mercury retrograde, my computer updates at least once. And it drives me crazy. And every Mercury retrograde, my freaking phone updates at least once. And that drives me crazy. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, between Mercury retrogrades and eclipses. They like to do big launches during eclipses and stuff. It's like they feel in the air that there's this big moment coming up, and they're like, oh, we're going to do a launch. And it's like, great. Your phones are going to explode or something. Remember the Note 7?
Oh,
I had
do.
a Note 7. I had to return it because I was like, it's going to explode. And that hurt my feelings. But
I mean,
Yeah.
eclipse launch. What you gonna do?
why are you doing that? And it's like they're I think it's probably like they have launch times throughout the year, and then the eclipse seasons inch into their launch times. And it is what it is.
Yeah. That's, yeah, I guess. But it's just, I'm like, guys, you don't have to do your update right now. You can schedule your update for 2 weeks from now. You'll be fine. The company as a whole won't collapse. Okay. Yeah. But what will probably make the company collapse is doing the update right now. Everything. Oh, look, I have a little rainbow up here. Look, he's a happy little
You've been getting a lot of those all over the place lately. I love it.
I do have little crystals in my windows, but it's very rare that like the sun hits them correctly to like make the rainbow happen. It only happens like a couple times a year. And I guess the rainbows are probably going to go away because we have daylight savings. What, Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah, it should be like into Sunday morning.
Mess
like
up my sunlight once again. Messing it all up.
You know, I read this morning, or I heard this morning, whatever. As I was observing news this morning, it came to me.
As you were observing news, yes, indeed.
In one of the ways that I do, it came to me that people who wake up before sunrise actually don't have their circadian rhythms screwed up by daylight savings time because they're always screwed up. So I'm not going to feel a thing.
I was going to say, because you boon, that's like
yes,
a struggle.
But I get to do walks at sunrise. So can anybody else say that? Yeah, they can, but still.
Yeah, that's true. That is very cool. I get to be awake when the lunar eclipse happens and go outside and look at it, but not because I woke up early.
Yeah, I was awake for that too. So we were both looking outside at the very same time the other day. Isn't that nice? We were looking for the same moon because I hope you got to see it. We had clouds.
I did get to see it. It was very far away when it actually culminated, when like the totality actually happened. It was like the farthest point it is in the sky, so it very much was far away. It was itty bitty, which is unfortunate because when it rose over the mountains. So I'm in a bowl. For context, I'm in a bowl, so when the moon rises, it's over mountains. When it sets, it's over mountains. So
yeah, your horizon line is up there.
Yeah. So it's, I'm in a little dome. But when it rose over the mountains, it was huge, and I was like, oh. Cool. Like, I don't expect it to be this big. When it rises, it's always its biggest, right? But I'm like, I don't expect it to be this big, but it's probably going to be decently big for the eclipse. And then I went out there and I was like, a little tiny guy, like, way out there. I'm like, well, it was good to see you. Oh, and of my eclipse activity, that you guys are going, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to go grab what I created or finished creating during the eclipse so everyone can witness what I did as my, like, eclipse charity magic moment, and everyone's gonna get a kick out of it. So I'll see you in one. Kick.
There she goes. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not the only one who had to deal with clouds. It's just not fair. Did you see the video where it rose over the pyramid? Yes, I did. I actually sent that video to Em yesterday. So I know Em probably saw it if Em checked the DMs from me. We'll find out. Aw. Zelda's tongue is stuck. Sometimes she, as all dogs do, she licks, but her tongue will get stuck outside. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know what happened.
If there was ever any doubt that I'm neurodivergent, just watch me get in and out of my chair 3 times. My God.
It looks familiar. I relate. It's great.
I just jump into the middle of it instead of sitting down like a normal person. It's fine. Okay, so I started creating this a little while ago because I hadn't created this pattern in a long time. And the last time I had made this pattern, it's a stuffed animal. And the last time I had made this pattern, excuse me, I'd used really thin, kind of like scratchy yarn, and it was cute. It's cute. But I was like, I want to use fuzzy yarn. That's fine. So I sized up my hook, just 2 sizes. And I drastically underestimated the size it would become.
I can't wait for this.
So I now have a giant Baphomet.
I knew it was going to be a Baphomet.
Hims is massive. I gave him an earring.
So cute.
He's so big. He is like, he's so big.
How many bags of fluff did you need for that guy?
2.
Uh-huh.
But once I committed, I'm not going to not commit. That'd be rude. And I know that the demons would be pissed if I didn't finish him. And I love me some demons. They've been coming up a lot lately. So now I have a gigantic couch stuffy
That's
of
amazing.
Baphomet. And I love him. He is perfect. And I finished him on the eclipse. So he has happy, chaotic eclipse energy up in his little Baphomet space.
Yeah.
I didn't even have big enough eyes. Like, his eyes should probably be bigger, but I didn't have them. I don't have
It
eyes
makes
that
him
were
look
big
more
enough.
innocent. Like it's like a baby Baphomet.
He looks so cute, right?
Yeah.
Like
a heffalump.
tail. Yeah. Anyway, I'm really glad we don't host a lot of sleepovers at our house because I'm sure someone's
Baphomets
parent would be
everywhere.
very concerned.
Oh man.
But yeah, so that's what I did on the eclipse.
That's fun.
Oh, Mobby, hello. Yeah. Sit, Baphomet. Down there. It's so large.
You command Baphomet, now we know.
No, he needs a name because he's not like actually Baphomet. He's his own goat, his own demonic goatness. But yeah, it is the chaos magic I want to have around. And I figure if the demons kept kind of popping in recently, like kind of a lot, like I was revisiting the Lesser Key of Solomon and like just like looking through stuff. And that was right before I started creating this guy, and I was like, I'll just make like a little one, like for them, that'll be fuzzy. And apparently it's giant, and apparently it's some sort of offering for them, which is fine. I love them, so that's totally good with me. But like, okay, sure, yeah.
Do you have
Giant.
the pattern, or do you know where people can
I
find it?
do have the pattern. The pattern is from not me. I do not make my own patterns because absolutely the hell not. Who does the pattern? I will say it is a kind of complicated pattern, and it is definitely one with sewing. So if you're a no-sew crocheter, like if you hate the sew patterns, which don't get me wrong, I do too, this one is kind of complicated. So just like full context.
I think it's cute.
Yeah. This is from why? Oh, I should remember this. Cute Crochet by Lee, Lee. That's my daughter's name.
Yeah. Spelled the same too, right?
Exactly the same. It's
Yep.
funny, but Cute Crochet by Lee. I found it on Etsy, I believe.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Jeez.
Someone's in my garage.
Is it someone you
I-
let into your garage?
No, which means it's someone who has the code for my garage, which means it's my mother-in-law.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
fine.
Because that sounded real scary, and you were being real chill. And I was
No,
like,
the scary
Krista?
sound was my headphones hitting my microphone.
No. The scary sound is you saying,
Oh.
there's someone in my garage.
Well, here's
That's the
thing.
scary sound.
I have a sword over there. I have, like, I don't know. I'd figure out a way if I needed to. I have so many plans beyond plans of how to deal with anybody who comes in my house. I'm actually not that scared anymore. So
This is actually ideal.
I've been waiting for this. My therapist said I need to take out my anger on something.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh my
It's been a
gosh.
week. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. What are some good things that happened this week? Oh, I finished Operation Bounce House.
Nice.
by Matt
I
Dinniman.
started the
10 out of 10. So good.
I started the gate of the
Feral
whatever
Gods.
Yeah, feral gods.
Oh, that's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
I have to hurry because Dan's catching up to me.
West and I were doing it that way too, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You cannot beat me!" Like I will listen to them all the way first. But it's about to work. I mean, I need to honestly reread them. To be totally honest, I would gladly reread them before the next book comes out, just so I know there's details I want to make sure I don't miss. But, yeah. So I finished reading Operation Bounce House by Matt Dinniman. I recommend it highly. It is deeply anti-ICE. It is deeply a criticism of what is happening in Gaza and genocide, and it is deeply a criticism of AI. And it is phenomenally done. It's also fun. It's fun and funny, and there's a lot of levity, and it's great. It's really good. But yeah, so I finished that this week. That was a fun win. I worked a lot on my book this week. I've been working on creating the back matter of my book. So my publisher was like, I would love you to include like historical notes, like where this comes from and what information we have available and like what you're basing it off of. And I was like, can do that, considering it's like this much information that exists about Locusta. Like it is so tiny. So I wrote the whole like back historical note, and I created the character list for the Dramatis Personae. And that was hard because in Rome, everyone has 8 names, and it's dumb. And all those names tend to be the same as everyone else's 8 names. And unfortunately, in the book, they are referred to by their long names, like, on occasion. And so I had to be like, hey, this is their name. The bolded thing is what we call them. This is their name. The bolded part is what I call them. And now I am making a family tree. Let me show you the family tree I am reconstructing with only people that are relevant to the actual book. So this is not my book. This is Agrippina, which is an actual nonfiction historical book about Agrippina. But this is the family pile of spaghetti that I'm currently recreating. Isn't that nice? Yeah, if you're like, it looks like everybody's connected. The answer is incest. You're right.
Yes.
So I'm currently working on that. But yeah, so I spent a lot of time this week doing back matter stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which is fun and exciting.
I love that.
I know, I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah. I got a lot done with my book this week too. Like I said to you before, I wrote almost 3,000 words just today in like 2 hours, because I was at a really, one of those times where you're like completely lost, and then you come out of it, you're like, oh, that's what just happened. And it was the third plot point, which gets me into the final act of the book. And it's really cool because here's the thing. I don't think I'm as clever as this book is, which is making me really happy because stuff keeps coming up and I'm like, oh, that's what you said back there. And this is where it's coming in now. Great. And then, oh, that's going to happen. So it's not like, it's going to be like a reveal, but then a twist. And I'm so excited.
That is on channeled writing. Did you see, this is very important.
Yeah.
I felt many things about this. Did you see the interview with Sarah J. Maas this week?
No.
Sarah J. Maas came out of her hiatus and basically announced the next 2 ACOTAR books. Or 3 ACOTAR books and she gave the publishing dates for the next 2, and she went on the Call Her Daddy podcast and basically did an interview about the series, right? First one, I was very anxious when she was like, I'm going to announce the launch dates. One of them's later this year. I was like, if you pick my same pub date, I'm going to freak the fuck out. She didn't. It's in October. Mine publishes first, but I was so scared because that happens, by the way. So like the way the publishing industry works is everything publishes on Tuesdays. So there's only so many days a year that would be considered a pub date. And so like the chances were not 0. The chances were not 0.
It was 1 out of 52.
Like, oh my God, oh no. But it's okay. It's fine. I'm fine. Anyway, so we don't have the same pub date. But then she goes and the host of the Call Her Daddy, which I forget which one it is because one of them dropped off. I forget her name. But she was like, hey, like, how do you plant all these Easter eggs? And she goes, oh, I don't. I feel like this world exists in a different universe, and I'm just the one channeling it through, and they plant the Easter eggs. And I was like, yes,
well,
you got there. You got there. We've been saying it for years. Like, that's exactly what you're doing.
Oh, that's so much better than what I thought you would said. I thought you were going to say she said.
No, she actually talks about channeling, and I was like, fantastic. And so just like you said right now, like the characters plant the Easter eggs, the characters plant like these things, foreshadowing, and you're like, oh, you don't really think about it, and then you get to a plot point and you're like, oh my God.
I actually have notes to my characters, to the energy of my characters in the book, where something will come out when I'm writing, and I'll be like, this needs to make sense later, or I'm getting rid of it. It's like little threats of like, you better bring that back around, because as a reader, that would be a foreshadowing line for me. And if it doesn't end up being one, I have to get rid of it. So at some point you got to tell me what this is.
Yeah. Why only Tuesdays? I don't know. I know that most music comes out on Fridays, so I think that the different industries have different just launch dates. I assume it's something left over from antiquity, considering that publishing has not changed all that much since the inventing of the printing press, unfortunately. Like, it really hasn't in so many ways. So,
and like, the weird thing is, right? I'm going to get astro-y about this, but Tuesdays are Mars days. So like book launches are on Tuesdays. I don't know why. But then, because why would you a Wednesday? Give it to Mercury, maybe? I don't know. Or Monday, where like you're in the moon and the lunar imagination kind of stuff. I don't know. Thursday, Jupiter's day. But anyway, Friday's great for releases because it's Venus's day. So everybody's like gathering together and enjoying art and all those things, which is appropriate. So what are we doing with the books? It's like
it's just like Tuesday.
They don't want it to have the advantage. What's up with that? I don't know.
It's a very competitive space. It is a very
when my publisher comes around, we're gonna talk.
Right. We're gonna have a talk. That's
Let me
not
tell
how
you
that works,
You should
Krista.
just redo the industry. No,
The
I'm
whole
just gonna...
industry operates off of this. It's not even singular
Yes, I will
publisher.
change the whole industry, dang it. It will make them all better.
Occasionally, like with really established authors, they won't do Tuesdays. They'll just do whatever. But
Whatever,
for the most
yeah.
part, it's Tuesday. For the most part, it is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just want it to be competitive.
They did.
Guaranteed.
So Kristen has a question about altar spaces. I'm going to show it on
Yes, I read this.
the stream.
Yay, I love that you remembered that.
Anything you always like to do when cleaning them up / refreshing them? What do you do with the old rocks, shells, sticks, other things that get collected and added to it? It depends. So I will say I clean up my altar semi-regularly because I don't do a lot of food-based offerings. My offerings are typically like rocks and things like that, like you mentioned. I will typically, if I offered on the altar to a specific deity, I ask them, hey, are you done with this? Like, that's like the clearest thing. If I don't get an immediate spike of like, leave it there, I'll be like, okay, clearing that off and like just going about my day, putting it out in the yard, putting the coins back in my purse, like wherever it kind of works for you. Food offerings can be immediately within hours put back away, thrown away, because they just absorb the essence and you're good to go. You don't have to leave the food offerings very long anyway. But yeah, for me, I usually just ask whatever deity I offered to it, like, hey, I'm cleaning this up. Are you good? Like, whatever. And if they're not good, if they still want it on there, then I clean the altar and I put it back. So, yeah.
Yeah. Mine's similar. I gauge again the are you good? Is this done? Is this finished? Like I have a glass of water that's an offering to something on there, and the water will eventually run out and like evaporate. So I'm like, do you want more water or should I clean this up? And it's for the last couple months it's been yes, more water, yes, more water. Today it ran out and it was like, nope, we're good. I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. But for coins and things, another thing that you could do with coins, and I know it's not much right now, but you could use them to either, here's some ways that I've heard of it. You could donate them or make them part of a donation so that you're taking that energy and paying it forward, or you use them to buy a lottery ticket, which is another thing that I've heard. Yeah.
I love that idea a lot. Using the coins to buy a lottery ticket is great. I also, if it's just a couple bits of change, I'll also go drop them like outside the grocery store or something to pass luck on to someone else.
Yeah. Yep.
Because then people will find a coin and they'll be so excited and like you'd love to pass luck. So yeah, that's another thing I've done with coins. I will also, just for note, I keep all of my incense ash and I will use that in future spell workings a lot of the time. So if you're like cleaning it off and you're like, oh, I have like all this ash in my incense tray, I keep it. I have a little jar of it that I keep and I'll do different spell workings with it.
Do you separate like the ash for different types of incense, or is it just
Sometimes,
all ash?
All of my Egypt incense ash is in one, and then all of my other incense ash is in a different one. Which mostly I use copal incense or frankincense resin. I'm a big resin incense person.
Yeah.
So that's typically what I use. So it's all mixed together.
Yeah. As far as when to clean up, because this is a great thing, seasonally, like when there's an ingress, great time. Any of the seasonal holidays, like when Lent starts and Ramadan starts and like that first kind of new moon period of time is a good time to start. Also, whenever you feel like it, it's a good time.
Yeah. I kind of treat, honestly, I literally clean my altar probably biannually, but I'll decorate it for different things. So like, I'll be like, oh, it's spring, you need flowers. Or like, oh, it's Christmas, have some pine boughs. And I'll like throw those on there. And when I'm taking off the decorations, then I'll clean the altar. I find that a lot of the deities I work with like it to be very sedentary and not cleaned very often, which makes me uncomfortable, but makes them very happy.
Yeah.
So we go with that a lot of the time. Yeah. I have decided I'm going to set up a meditation space that's going to have a big comfy reading chair. I'm very excited about it. But I've decided I'm going to set that up in my office here, like over there.
Over there.
Over there. Where Radish
Beyond
was.
the camera. Yeah.
I know, where Radish was. Because I'm not going to get another bunny for a while. And I want a little squishy sitting space and to move the energy there. But I'm very excited about it to have a space that's not a desk to meditate at, because I don't like meditating in my bed because I'm not a single person and Weston is there, and I don't necessarily like having to thank you, and I don't necessarily like having to meditate in my chair here in my office. It's a comfy chair, I don't mind it, but I would like something that's not worky. So that's one fun thing that I've decided this week too, on the note of altars and stuff and creating spaces. I was like, I'm going to make a space. It's by the windowsill where I keep all of my fairy altar stuff. So all of the stuff for the fae go on windowsills in my house. If it's a fairy offering, it's a windowsill. If it's a deity offering or a spirit offering or a guide offering, it goes on my altars. I don't know why. Oh, except for Cinnamon's offerings. Cinnamon just gets snacks in the corner of my kitchen. He has a little table that we set up for him, and he just gets, anytime there's a cookie or chocolate or anything like that, he appears and is like, is that a cookie? And you're like, yep, here you go, bud. Yeah, Cinnamon's different. Cinnamon doesn't get windowsill offerings. He'd be deeply displeased with a windowsill offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did recently have to upgrade his bonk stick. I don't know who upgraded his bonk. Someone upgraded his bonk stick. It's now metal, and it's like pretty and intricately like engraved, and it's very cute.
Awesome.
I'm like, where'd you get that? And he's like, isn't it pretty? I'm like, it is. It's very pretty. Yeah. Yeah. I will throw a lot of my rocks out into the yard too. Like if there's offering rocks that aren't like special crystals or something, they're just rocks that you brought home and left on the altar. Like I'll put, like my yard is very full of special rocks. And it's getting fuller because I, as a thing to help my mental health, I bought a big box, like a 10-pound box of payload gravel from a sapphire mine, and have been gradually picking through and finding sapphires in this box of payload dirt and then throwing the dirt out in the yard. It's been very deeply fun. I've had a great time with it. Yeah. So cool. Adding more special rocks to the mix as we speak. And there's a bunch of little tiny sapphires, which I'll use for spells. Because they're not, you can't cut them. They're like itty bitty. Yeah. So I'm going to definitely use that for spells.
It's also a cool tradition for rocks in particular to, you can throw them in rivers. Moving water, things like that.
Oh, not Cinnamon always takes care of Cinnamon. Cinnamon is well taken care of. Yeah. Does the bonk stick say bonk? No, it doesn't say bonk. He just calls it the bonk stick. I mean, I've never seen him actually bonk anything with it for full context. He just has it. So maybe when he hits something, it could bonk. But that's his words, not mine. I did not decide the name of the bonk stick. Cinnamon did. It's Cinnamon's bonk stick.
Very cinnamon name.
It is. So
funny. Hey. Tomorrow's the halfway point of Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, a Kazemi moment.
Yeah, and I even said that all weird. So
yeah.
Yes.
Look at me. I know the name.
The interior Kazemi of Mercury.
Yeah. Kazemify.
Kazemi it up.
That's exciting.
Yeah. This Mercury retrograde has been, like, not at me personally, but like all of my details have been getting screwed up. Everybody's rescheduling things, which is fine. I'm like, it's Mercury retrograde. It's hitting me in a weirdly personal way. And I finally figured out why. And it's like, whatever, because it's not like, I didn't expect it to, but then I was like, oh, I missed some math. There it is. But like even one of my flights to Peru was canceled. And I keep getting emails being like, this is canceled. This is canceled. And I go online and I'm like, it's right there though. So I think it's still good. But as we get closer, I'm going to, but the thing is, because I did it through Expedia, American Airlines won't help me, and like this whole stupid thing.
They won't?
No. When I call, they're like, if you scheduled not through our website, you have to call them. And I'm like, but I have preference with you guys. Like I actually have status. So I'm going to call you anyway. But then it was a 2-hour wait at 8 p.m. and I'm not doing that. So I'm going to wait like a week or so and just wait and see what happens in my app and all that stuff. Let it settle, especially after the Kazemi, when things should be like shifting a little bit in a different direction. I'm not worried about it because the flight still shows up. And if I have to talk to a gate agent in Lima, I will do that too. I'm checking on mine
now. I'm like, I must know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just been getting email upon email being like, this has changed. This has changed. But like airlines are changing everything all the time anymore. It's not a stable world for travel right now.
I know. I mean, it's for those of you who are thinking about traveling with us, we will have a wonderful time. It's just the journey to get there might be messy.
Yeah. The trips themselves are fine. The transport to and fro are a little bit chaotic right now. And I think as, we hit up that ingress of Uranus into Gemini again soon, that's going to be another time of it. But then just also, I'm doing my Aries Ingress overview for patrons that are on the podcast tier or higher next Thursday. So if you want to hear more about the 2026 astrology and what I think about it personally, you can join that call. And I will be taking the first half hour, doing a general overview that will then go to YouTube so everybody can see it. And then the second half hour will be the stuff that is behind the consent wall, basically. So that'll be fun. It's
very fun.
I have so many charts that I'm going to be able to show because I've gotten better at it, and I'm really excited.
I don't think American Airlines can do math, or I'm either really bad at math.
Well, don't ask me. But what's going on?
Okay, so listen to this. I probably am just fucking it up, to be totally honest. I'm not a computer. But it says I land at 10:20 p.m. in Lima, and then I leave at 5:10 a.m. From Lima. They called that a 6-hour layover.
Yeah.
That's not 6 hours, right?
10:20 to 11:20, 12:20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 7.
Well, yeah, but I think they're rounding it.
Down?
10 to 5. I mean,
they're rounding it down?
It's not a half hour, so they're going to round it down, right? So I don't know.
How interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I'm sorry. It was just
I have like a 10-hour layover, so we'll probably be there at the same time. We can high five.
We probably... Are you in Lima?
I'm headed to Lima and then Lima to Cusco. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I literally have so much time to figure out the flights, so it's fine.
How exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably be there together sleeping on the
we'll
floor.
probably run into each other. I don't imagine it's a very large airport.
No, I don't imagine it is either.
Well, fun. That'll be even better.
Thrilling.
Because I get in like early.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure my flight still existed because you said that, and I was like, fucking Mercury retrograde. And then math, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, around the stationing day, I started having issues, and I was like, oh, this Mercury's going to hit me personally, but why? So then I had to figure out what was going on. Figured it out, justified, get it. Now I have to accept that I'm going to be dealing with details here. But it's okay. Everything's been scheduled, rescheduled, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, we roll with it. More time to write the book.
As far as Germany, Austria, that trip is still on. Our Greece trip is still on.
Oh, please come with us there.
Yeah, we're gonna have such a great time. Everything's going on that continent. Yes, the continent is a very large place, though. We're fine.
Yeah.
Unless something very drastically changes, we're okay. We're truly okay. But yeah, please come with us to Germany or Austria or Greece. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. The Greece trip is about to close here, I believe, next month. You only have a limited amount of time before, and we have a couple spots left.
Yep.
Which is fun. So
I'm excited for Greece.
Just saying. It'll be fun. Yeah. But come. We're gonna it'll be great. It will be great. Also, just for like context too, when it comes to our travel, like, yes, there's so many things going on, in Western Asia, otherwise known as the Middle East, which, by the way, is a colonial term. So I'm trying to like not say that, as well as, of course, with things in Ukraine and things in Mexico are not also very calm. The whole world is in a moment of upheaval in a lot of ways. We always talk to the deities of the place. We always channel into the energy of the place. We're always in constant contact with the company on the ground of the place that we're going to. We're in constant contact with our host trip company to make sure that the trips are not only safe, but they're happening in the most possible alignment with the cultures and things that are going on. So we're very, very intent on both safety and ethics when it comes to our travel. So just so if anyone is concerned or worried or, has anything like that, like, please know that if something were to come up that would make it dangerous or whatever, we would be so communicative with you. We would be so clear about it. We would find another time. We would postpone it a year. We would do something that would make sure that the trip could happen at a different date or something of that nature. We ran into this for our very first trip to Egypt, which was right after the genocide in Gaza started. And we were very concerned, and so we ended up having meetings with like the tour operators on the ground and like hearing what they had to say, and they're like, honestly, this is very safe, blah blah blah. And we went, and it was very, very safe. They took the utmost precautions, and we were able to actually truly help and donate to Gaza and those types of things. So even though, yes, the world is in upheaval, like we are very intentional about engaging with it in the safest and best way for everybody.
Yeah.
Just
Well
so
said.
everyone knows. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do need to blow my nose though. So I'm going to just.
Yeah. And for the record, we also do check the astrology, like when we schedule the trip initially to try and get ahead of things like that. We have never had a bad trip. And I can also tell you, if something did go wonky on a trip, we would take care of you.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
The
Have we
confidence
ever
I
had a
have for
bad
anything
trip?
that could have been in my garage, I have that 10 times for anything that happens to my people on a trip.
Yeah. Yeah, no. On our trips, we're very intent. Very intent. As far as never having a bad trip, too, if anyone's ever heard our stories of Italy, that was still an amazing trip. We just
still a
had a
good time.
shitty guide. But he got fired, so don't worry about it. But yeah, even that trip was still awesome. We still have a lot of people from that trip that still travel with us, like, because we still had such a journey.
Yeah.
It was really fun. We had a great time. But also, fuck you, Massimo. Oh, he's horrible. Horrible.
Wild to think about. But that's been almost 2 years.
Yep, Massimo was the bad thing for Italy. Italy itself was wonderful. We led 4 tours? I think we led
so.
4 tours,
Yeah.
4 different
the one
tours in
day where
Italy.
he just sort of was like, okay, we're done for the day. And we're like, okay, it's 11 a.m. Like, we went over and did some stuff that day. And then on my birthday, we took over the entire trip, which was fun.
Yeah, we did. And then I led the tour at
Ostia.
Ostia.
Yep.
Yeah, which is my favorite place.
Listen, my water bottles take a beating. They have to be initiated
not
into
gentle.
working with me.
Yeah,
No.
you are not gentle with your water bottles. It is true.
This one's doing well. We have a good understanding. I got it a sleeve so that it doesn't get dinged up as much. Like, I'm trying. But yeah, Dan was saying something the other day about just, I fall a lot. It happens. But I get up just as fast. So for every time I've gone down, I've come back up.
Yes, you have. Even when you maybe should have laid there.
You know, I found out there was this article the other day on like people getting hit by cars, and Dan was reading it out loud, and I was like, do you have to? And he's like, yeah, because you need to understand you had a less than 50% chance of living. And I was like, and I was fine. And I'm wearing my shirt. I got a new one.
You're like, not today. I
Not
know
today.
when my death occurs. Don't come at me, car.
I was talking to my mentor yesterday because we were reading a new book that's been translated. And she was like, in 2069, this should happen. And I was like, cool, that's the year I die. So I won't be here to see it. But you can tell me how it goes on the other side.
My God.
And
Oh.
like, yeah, whatever.
That's so
Don't take
far
it too
from now.
seriously.
That
It's
is
so
so
far from now. I'm not worried about it.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm
be.
not worried about it. Yeah.
Side note, we do leave for Peru in like 11 days
Actually,
or
59,
something.
but still.
Yeah, or less than 11 days. Yeah, like 11 days I leave for
Yep.
Peru.
I
And
leave in
I don't even know what the weather is, but I have been channeling into the energy, so that's good.
I've been watching documentaries on it on the Incas and stuff. I know a little bit because I've been to Ecuador, but I'm sure it's different enough. All I know is I've been channeling into it too, just to see like, am I gonna be okay? Not am I gonna get hit by a car or trip in traffic or anything. Am I gonna be cold?
When we were in Thailand, it was so easy to get hit by a car in Thailand.
It
Okay?
was, and I
It's
didn't.
so easy.
I was still
And
recovering.
every
though, so I
time there was a
very-
car, every single person was like, Krista, no!
I appreciated it.
Protect Krista from the cars.
Listen, that car found me. But yeah, yeah.
It's just really
I have no intention. I like stories, right? So I'm really excited. Like I got stuck in an iceberg last year in Iceland, which was cool, and I got out.
Yes, you did get stuck in an iceberg.
I didn't
In all
plan to get
fairness, it
stuck.
washed up on a beach, so it was a washed up iceberg. So Krista was
and the
not at
hole
risk
was
of
my
drowning.
size.
Ish. Obviously, it wasn't completely your size. You
The
did
hole
get stuck.
was. The underneath wasn't. That was the difference. I probably should have gone in head first, and then I would have been able to get out easier. But I shimmied.
I'm sitting there like, wishing stone, throw, wishing stone, throw, and you're like, in an iceberg.
I asked the travelers that were near me, I was like, look, I think I fit in this hole. And I sat in it and I was like, should I go in? And they were all like, yeah. And I was like, cool. Whoop. And then Katie helped me get out.
Yes. Good, Katie.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's going to be fun. I don't know what the weather's going to be. I don't know. It's probably going to be lovely weather. So whenever we travel somewhere, and you guys can do this too, always talk to the weather deity of that location. One, they're neglected. So they would actually like your attention a lot of the time. But two, they can help you out. And usually they do. But be prepared to do some sort of offering for them because they do really like a gift. But if you talk to the weather deity of a location, it can actually help with the weather genuinely. This is now our like third trip where it was supposed to rain the whole time. We didn't get any rain at all, unless it was like to make sure, we were inside watching the rain. I'm not even kidding. Like our guides are like, this is uncanny and weird every time. And we're like, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, our guides, not our spiritual ones, but the ones that are on location with us are like, we should not have gotten through that security. We should have been stopped. Yeah, but we have a talisman for safe passage. So obviously we're fine.
Like, it's so weird. It hasn't rained on you this whole time. We're like,
it's the rainy season.
We know.
I just realized what I'm going to do for the magic for this group too. Because I've been sitting with something, but then I just talked to one of the gods from the Inca pantheon and it told me what to do and it makes sense with the astrology and I'm excited.
Ooh, very exciting. Yeah, I'm going to watch, there's that Inca documentary that was recommended to us, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to watch that one.
I'm watching the one from Nat Geo right now. It's actually a series.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's nice.
I'll do that now that I'm done with my gigantic Baphomet. My making of that I have time for that. Okay, we have a question.
Jamming sessions with weather deities.
Amazing. This is perfect. I love that. You should absolutely do weather jamming sessions with weather deities.
What do you do when a spirit guide won't talk with you, but it feels like they're trying to get your attention all the time? Tell it to be clearer.
Yeah, honestly, I will say. So there's a couple different things that could be happening. One, I would say, hey, I'm not understanding. I don't know why you're not talking to me, and I'm going to start ignoring your signs unless you start talking to me. Totally valid. You can absolutely do that. I will say pay attention to other senses because they could be sending the senses wrong, or clarify with them like, hey, I need you to give me a just knowing, or I need you to give me an image, or I need you to give me a sound like actually so I can hear it. Like whatever is your strongest clear sense, you can ask them that way to emphasize that for you. That's a very reasonable thing to do. Or I wonder if they're trying to get you to use different tools to try to talk to them. So I would go to your deck. I would do some channeled writing. I would do something of that capacity for you to see if anything else comes out that way. Because a lot of times if they're not talking, it's not because they're not talking. It's because they're pushing you to do something else to engage.
Yeah. Like, I think I talked about this last week, but in Maui, a deity got my attention. And it was very unclear all day what that deity really wanted. To this moment, I'm like, I think I got it right. If it's your guides, you're going to develop a language with them, and it's fine. Yeah. They're probably pushing you to develop the language with them. They're saying, hey, pay attention. I've done something. And then you figure it out. And if they've done something and you didn't figure it out, say, hey, that doesn't work for me. Can you do this instead? Just the way you would communicate with a person that you need to collaborate with. Yeah. In this case, it was like a window slammed shut. And I was like, oh, that feels personal. What needs to talk to me? And then I got to connect with an ocean wind deity specifically. And I was just like, if you need an offering, can you put something in my path today that is the offering you want, and I will do with it what makes sense. And I did eventually get a seed pod that floated on water. And I tried to just throw it at the beach, but it came right back to my feet. And I was like, cool, not here then. And I waited until I got somewhere else. So that's how that went.
Yeah. I will say too, that's part of the reason I created the Harmony of Echoes course, because it creates a language between you and the universe that both beings in the universe can use to communicate with you, but also that you can understand and communicate back with them. That's literally why I created the course. So if you want a guidance on like how to do more of a language thing with your guides or with deities or with the universe in general, I do have literally a course about it. What I will also say though is oftentimes if you are trying to get communication from a deity specifically, doing some sort of offering the way that Krista mentioned is a good idea. That can also be an action though. Like I've mentioned this on here before, but like Weston picks up trash at sacred locations as his offering. to deities. So he's like, I will, or to the, energy of the place, to the deities, to the ghosts, whatever. I'm like, I'll pick that up. And then he gets more communication from there. Whenever I am near the ocean, specifically warm oceans, if I do take care, pull a trash from that ocean, or save a little shrimp, which is this is when I made a friends with a shrimp and saved him and put him back in the thing or whatever, I end up getting good things from the deity that way. So sometimes it's also they're like, hey, I want to work with you, but what are you going to do? And so sometimes like doing a little offering is a good idea too.
Mm-hmm. So we get the response here. Yeah, she's definitely clear she will not talk with me. It's been years at this point, and I haven't been able to figure it out. Other dragons have come in, talked with her, and left.
Oh, she's a dragon. Of course. So she might just not want to talk, to be straight up. Like, she might just want to be a presence and hang out. Dragons are persnickety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
They don't talk to me either. I'll talk to them, and they'll just be like, maybe not. I'll be like, okay, respect.
Yeah, so she might just be around, and that's okay too.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that just because something lets you know they're there doesn't always mean they need something from you. So in this case, it's like, hey, just reminding you I'm real, I'm around, and you could just say thank you, and maybe have a space for her on your altar. It looks like Em has something to add.
Very much like cats. You said like cats, and I was like, yeah. And sometimes dragons don't talk until they decided what name they want to be called, and then they'll tell you what name they want to be called, and then go from there. And then they start talking more. So you can just wait it out. But
it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong.
No. Dragons are a different situation there. By the way, speaking a little bit of that, I recently put up a poll. It's for free on my Patreon. So if you guys want to go over to my Patreon at the free tier of it, but it's for what digital course I'm going to create next. One of them is a realms course, like courses on the different realms and how to talk to the beings in the different realms. But there's like 8 options. And then you can also suggest what you want me to make a course of as well. If there's like something that you're dying to have a course from me, I have literally like a book full of ideas on what courses to make. So I just pulled some of the ones that were sparking joy at the moment. But if you guys want to go and cast your vote, feel free. It's over, like I said, free on my Patreon, like my free tier. So you can just go over there and vote on what course you want next. Realms is one, so if you're really into dragons, that is an option. That's why I bring it up. Yeah. Yep. And of course, there's other fun stuff on my Patreon you can do. Like there's many tiers of many things, just like Krista has many tiers of many things on their Patreon as well. But it's a fun spot. I love making the Patreon more too. I recently added a monthly deity channel and a monthly block poll to the Patreon, which is pretty fun and exciting.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, or activation. It's been a block poll / sometimes it's an activation, so which are different things. AJ, you're awesome. Thank you. Yeah. On it. Always. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I will say, I am very happy we are halfway through Mercury retrograde. It needs to absolutely fucking end. It is killing me. Yeah. Killing me. Yep. So bad. So bad. There's so much energy with it. Our good thing is our water is back on. So that is thrilling. If you're like, what? Your water was off. Yeah. So a pipe broke behind the wall of our shower, basically, and was leaking like in the wall. So we had to turn the water off. The plumber quoted us like thousands of dollars, and Weston's like, if that boy can do it, I can do it. So he did it, which I think is a beautiful philosophy for that. But it took a couple days to like really get it done. And so we had to navigate having no water during that time, which was an adventure fit for Mercury retrograde. But it's back on now, so we're good. Yeah.
So we have a question about how to pull in more luck energy.
Oh yeah, let me show it on stream. Ha! Can do that. Yeah. So first of all, just ask for it. I mean that wholeheartedly. Like luck is so manifestable because it doesn't have a defined parameter to it. So if you're like, hey, I'm asking for more luck, I'm calling in more luck, leaving an offering to your guides or to the universe just for more luck on your altar or elsewhere is huge. You can also, I like to give different energies. I'm calling in a color. So if you're like, luck to me is like gold, right? So then you sit down and actually close your eyes and visualize all the different places around you that have that gold light and pull that gold energy in. If it feels like imagination, that's fine. This is a manifestation exercise. That's what we're trying to do. So like, oh, there's a sparkle there and a sparkle there. Well, I'm calling that to me and I'm pulling that and pulling that and pulling that. Also recently I did some work with Fortuna, who's a deity I work with very often now. And I asked her basically like anyone who trolls me in my comments mean things in my comments. I want their next luck that they were supposed to receive to come to me instead. Ooh. And so I did a work with her that way as well.
Scoop the luck.
Yeah, because it doesn't really hurt them. It doesn't hurt them, but goddamn, if they're gonna come at me in my comment section and make it hard for me to post because I like feel things about that, I'm gonna take their luck.
Yep.
And then it immediately made it feel way easier and more fun to post on social media again because I didn't feel like there was just like any heaviness. Because if any heaviness comes at me, I get a ton more luck from it. Like that's cool.
So is it just? I feel like there are bots designed because I've seen on my post and other people's posts the same exact wording used on them to say like, why did I end up on this side of the algorithm again? And it's like then scroll away, but it's got to be a bot.
Yeah, I read an article recently that it's like 45% of all online activity in social media is bots at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that there isn't actually a situation or a metric where bots outnumber actual users. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've decided I'm going to go back to blogging. So I hit some SEO because I've been feeling like that's going to be more aligned, which will just be on my website so everyone can follow along on that blog. But I know like places like Substack and stuff, you can also do kind of blogging stuff. But I don't know, Substack feels really weird to me. Yeah, I have a really hard time with it. Like I have a Substack account, but I probably will just dual post on my website and then on Substack and just like call it good. But yeah. Yeah, you blocked a bot on this live already. There's so many bots. And it's AI's fault, by the way. That's what it is. Yeah. In case you're wondering. That's what it is.
Yep.
Big shock. Also, read Alexandria actually was talking about this book that she had read and was giving some statistics about how AI can be done very economically sound and actually very like healthy for the planet. And they just chose not to do that because it was cheaper. So, fun fact about AI.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Isn't that great? Made me want to rage. They picked the worst option, the worst ecological option, because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
It doesn't need that much water. There's many ways you can do it. That's not watery, but fuck it, I guess. I rage on behalf of the planet.
Yeah.
Ugh. Lame.
If you want to draw in more luck and you're looking for a good time to do it, the 10th is a good one because that's the day Jupiter turns direct in Cancer where he's exalted.
Yeah.
That's my only good luck thing to add to everything that you said, which was really excellent.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work with luck lately because I've been working with Fortuna because she's insisted on being in my space. I love her.
I remember that.
Dearly. But like, yeah. Yep. Oh, you know what? I didn't add deities to my Demaratus Personae for my book, but I don't know if I need to.
I mean, you channeled those in entirely, right? Because they're the Gallic ones?
No, the ones that speak are in it, but I also have like different, like at one point she sees like the Morae, which is the fates, you know, at one point she sees, I'm like, do I need to add that? But I was talking about Fortuna, I'm like, do we need to talk about Janus and his many faces? Is that what we need to do right now? We'll see.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll be more confusing if I do. Add them.
How many pages should that section be?
I know. Yeah. Anyway. Ding! Thanks for that.
Right.
Great.
Oh my.
Anyway, thank you all for hanging out with us on today's live. This has been super fun. We have one more of these, and then we're going to be gone. Yeah. And then we'll do them when we get back.
You're never going to see
when we get back. We'll be gone to Peru. We don't want to commit to doing lives while we're there necessarily.
Yeah, and so next week we'll probably focus a lot on the Aries Ingress and Mercury Direct because they happen on the same day, on the 20th. Yeah, Mercury's
the
stationary
20th when we're not here.
When we're not here. Yeah, okay, so get this, right? Me, hate the cold, hate the wind, really excited for springtime in our hemisphere. And what do I do when springtime finally arrives in our hemisphere? I go to the other hemisphere.
Yeah. where you get fall time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully autumn.
Autumn time. Autumn time. Sorry.
Oh, because Dan keeps saying, please don't fall off a mountain in Peru. And I was like, listen, I've only fallen off one mountain and it was in Bulgaria. And almost
That's
the
not
cliffs of Dover.
reassuring, actually, Krista.
I got
like
caught.
the opposite of that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not reassuring at all. Don't like it.
It's fine. I'm good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We are
survived.
traveling on the day that Mercury goes to direct. Well, technically, we will have traveled the day before.
Yeah, we will have
I guess.
traveled.
We will be there.
Which is
but
why I'm
some of our
not surprised that
travelers-
my schedules are all screwed up. Yeah.
Yeah, some of our travelers will be traveling on that day. So we're just going to send extra good Hermes energy to them.
Yep. They'll be making petitions.
Speaking of Hermes, sorry, I know this is almost over, but
No,
my
go
Hermes
for it.
turtle is missing, and I'm very upset about
Still,
it. It's
yeah.
still missing. In all fairness, Weston hasn't gotten in there and been able to like do the detailing that he thinks might be what Hermes turtle is missing for because of the whole shower situation that he has been dealing with all week.
That's fair.
So super valid, but it's still gone, and I'm like, Hermes, what are we doing? Like, please stop. I'm trying to be nice to you during Mercury retrograde, not the other way around. But he likes to hide my stuff, but my hamster is still here. Baphomet's sitting on top of the hamster.
Uh-oh.
I fixed it. It's all good.
I have a lot of crows making noise outside my window.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Hello, crows. Oh, it's 11:11 here too. Look at that. All the synchronicities. All right, let's take all this energy and shall we?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Go make some magic. Bye, everybody.